Pandey. And today we will be discussing about a historic visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Mathura. Prime Minister is participating in the Raj Utsav program being organized to celebrate the 525th birth anniversary of Sant Mirabai. This visit is significant as it comes ahead of crucial elections, be it the Rajasthan election or the 2024 general election. This visit also reinforces Mathura as the third focal point after Kashi and Ayodhya. Prime Minister's visit also coincides with the recent Allahabad High Court's approval for constructing the corridor of Yogi Adityanath's Banke Bihari temple in Vrindavan. There was a case which was going on in Allahabad High Court about to extending the Banke Bihari temple, and that has been given by approval on that regard has been given by the Allahabad High Court. Prime Minister Modi's Mathura visit sends a very clear political message and is being closely watched for potential implications on various fronts. Let's go to Mathura, where you will be witnessing visuals. These visuals will be of the kind of fervor which awaits Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he lands there in some time from now. This Raj Utsav. And let's listen to some of the vox populi which is there in the Mathura region of what do they think of Prime Minister's impending visit any time now.
मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं। यहाँ पहली बार आ रहे हैं जन्मभूमि में, और मुझे लग रहा है कि कुछ घोषणाएं भी करेंगे हमारी मथुरा के लिए, कुछ और विकास की घोषणा करेंगे। ब्रजभूमि और अच्छी बनेगी, स्वच्छ बनेगी, और कॉरिडोर के बारे में मुझे लग रहा है कि घोषणा हो जाएगी आज। और जन्मभूमि में भी वो केस चल रहा है, उसके बारे में तो कुछ अभी पता नहीं क्या कहेंगे, लेकिन पहली बार आ रहे हैं, उनका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
We are also joined by, Mr. Anil Verma, who is a political analyst and will be joining, Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist, will be joining us in a short while from now. Let's listen into the soundbite of the concerned person who is there in charge of the visit and what he has to say about the significance of the Prime Minister's visit.
श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी आज भगवान श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया की जन्मभूमि पर पधारेंगे। ये सभी ब्रिजवासियों के लिए बहुत ही आनंद और गौरव का विषय है। ब्रिजवासियों के साथ साथ जो लाखों लाख श्रद्धालु ब्रजवास कर रहे हैं, कार्तिक मास में भगवान श्री कृष्ण के दर्शन कर रहे हैं, परिक्रमा प्रदक्षिणा कर रहे हैं, ब्रजवास कर रहे हैं, वह सभी श्रद्धालु भी अभिभूत हैं कि भगवान श्री कृष्ण के इस पवित्र मास कार्तिक मास में जिसमें वह ठाकुर जी के दर्शन का आनंद ले रहे हैं, उसमें परम आदरणीय मोदी जी भी दर्शन के लिए लाला के पधार रहे हैं। बहुत प्रसन्नता का विषय है। हमारे गुजरात के वैभव, गुजरात की विभूति, गुजरात के कुल दीपक श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी, ब्रज और गुजरात का बहुत घनिष्ठ संबंध है। श्री यमुना जी, श्री गिरिराज जी, श्रीनाथ जी और श्री लाला कन्हैया, ये गुजरातियों के हृदय में बसते हैं।
This was Mr. K.K. Sharma, who is the secretary of Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi. Now let's go to our guest, Dr. Anil Verma, who has joined us from Lucknow, and Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist, has also joined in. First, I'll come to you, Dr. Anil Verma. What do you make of this visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's to Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi, where he'll be offering prayer, and then after that he will be participating in the function which has been organized to commemorate 525th birth anniversary of Sant Mirabai?
Well, whenever the Prime Minister visits any area, any place, any such religious place, obviously, especially in the backdrop of, elections, then of course there are issues raised, that whether it is connected to the campaign or political, component of the entire thing. But you see, India has always considered these places, Kashi, Mathura and Varanasi, not only as places of religion or religious pilgrimage, but also a place of cultural confluence. And as we already know that we always talk of Ram Rajya when we refer to Gandhi ji. And when we talk of Ram Rajya, when we talk of Gandhi ji, there are no issues. Everybody understands what a Ram Rajya for Gandhi ji means. But in the same way, uh, Krishna is, it has a different character, and we have never talked about the Krishna Rajya. But at the same time, in Indian society, Gita is the fundamental, instrument for life, and gives a technological, sophistication, whether it be social life, religious life, political life, spiritual life, anything. And we have actually neglected the Krishna Janmabhoomi for a very long time. And once the verdict is there that the corridor has to come up, and it has nothing to do with anything else. It's not a political thing. So there is, in fact, the Indian politics has always been rooted in the cultural thing, and that's why when Gandhi ji says Ram Rajya, it doesn't mean any religious, thing about it. He means a cultural thing about it.
But
And
Mr. Verma,
India,
I get your Ramraj reference, but the fact is that Gandhi's Ramraj would be completely different from Prime Minister's visit to Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi today.
of course, but if you refer to the Constitution of India and see the original document of the Constitution, probably I don't know whether you know about it, that the entire Constitution is replete with the reference of so many things, including Ram Rajya and Krishna Rajya and so many things. So one thing we have to remember that, of course, Ram Rajya of Gandhi, of course, is not equivalent to the Ram Rajya of or Krishna Rajya of present dispensation. But at the same time, the issue is that the Indian democracy has considered religion and dharma as separate. This is the fundamental thing, and we have always confused religion and dharma. And whenever dharma for us is a way of life, and all these people have given us, a light. They have given a pointer how the life should be led, whether it is social life, cultural life, political life, or religious life. So I don't think there is any harm for the harm if the Prime Minister visits such a place, and there would be a great cultural revival, and everybody, every component. For example, you look at the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh, which connects itself to the lineage of Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna,
Of
absolutely.
course, that is there, but it doesn't mean that he is considering it on the party lines. So this entire visit, focusing on Ayodhya, focusing on Kashi, and focusing on these are the three cultural pillars of the Indian democracy, and he is only trying to strengthen it. Don't see any political thing component about it.
Okay, Gautam, the Prime Minister is about to land in Mathura any time from now. He was scheduled to arrive at some 3:45 as per the timings which were given to us. So I think he's about to land at any given point of time, and straight away he's going to Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi, where he will offer his prayers, and then he will go for this program. How do you view this visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Because at 5 o'clock the campaigning will come to an end in Rajasthan, and perhaps I think he's the first Prime Minister who is visiting the Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi, and given Mirabai's the fact that she's from Mewar, Rajasthan. How do you view this entire?
Well, I think it has some connection to the Rajasthan election coming up, but I think more than that, it is giving a fillip to Mathura by a visit from a Prime Minister for the first time, and the long festering problem of the Idgah Mosque. Now, Narendra Modi's visit, as the previous speaker also said, sort of boosts the status of Mathura on par with Banaras and Ayodhya, and this, by implication, would like to see the Idgah Mosque shifted or a judicial decision taken on it. I think the survey work has been approved, and it is a matter of time before this becomes something that can be dealt with. So it's very timely, underlines the Prime Minister and the BJP's commitment to Hindutva at a time when we are not only going into a clutch of or have already gone into a clutch of assembly elections, but are also headed towards the general elections in which the BJP and Narendra Modi hope to win a third consecutive term.
Okay. Mr. Verma, there's one thing because I mean, usually if you analyze BJP's trajectory and also the way if you read the fine print, about how BJP uses every opportunity to bolster its political messaging. The fact is that this is for the first time any prime minister is visiting Mathura. And also the fact that Mathura is one of the Trinity. You also said you think that this particular visit of Prime Minister, if you take apart the fact that yes, the historicity of the occasion is going to augment BJP's political scenario in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Do you limit it to Uttar Pradesh 2024, or do you see any ramification of it being played in the state of Rajasthan? From where Mirabai comes and she has a lot of following.
Brijesh, I think your question is very pertinent. And obviously, any statement coming from the mouth of the Prime Minister or any action from by the Prime Minister has a national ramification. In fact, it has an international ramification. If you see the Krishna consciousness movement all over the globe. So, limiting this to, Mathura, I think would be a very myopic thing. And probably those who understand and those who know about the Krishna movement all over the globe would probably agree that it has not only a local significance, but it has a global significance. And there are Krishna consciousness movement and a lot of temples outside India which are devoted to Lord Krishna.
Absolutely.
The second, which is more important thing, is that what actually Modi is doing, why other parties fail to do it. I mean, when you look things from a very myopic angle, then you enter into that this caste belongs to this temple and this temple belongs to that caste. No. The BJP, to my mind, is following after the arrival of Modi in 2014. They are following an inclusive politics, and that's why the reason you see last time it wasn't so much emphasis on Mathura, but still the BJP got more than 50% vote share in Uttar Pradesh. So how can a party expand its vote share? That is a very important component in democracy, because howsoever good or bad you might be, but if you lose the people's support, then you are out. So one important component for each and every political party, including the BJP, is to do everything which connects them to the people. And of course, there is a very strong and large following in the India and all over the Indian diaspora globally that is very well connected to the Krishna consciousness. They will be damn happy about the Prime Minister being the first Prime Minister to have visited Mathura and taken care of this place.
Okay, that was a very, astutely put, Dr. Anil Verma. And Gautam, thank you very much, for joining News9 Mediaverse and offering your thoughts on, the visit of Prime Minister to Mathura, which will definitely raise political temperature not only in Uttar Pradesh, but might see a cascading effect back in Rajasthan, which goes to poll on 25th. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining News9 Mediaverse. And now let's go to Delhi, where, Lieutenant General Syed Ata Hasnan is addressing media on what is the latest as far as, the rescue operation in Uttar Kashi is concerned.
पाइपलाइन के अंदर, मगर कोशिशें इसके लिए पूरी जारी रहेंगी. जब ये रेस्क्यू हो जाएगी, जिस वक्त भी हो जाएगी, आप इमेजेस देख रहे हैं, टेलीविजन पे भी बहुत इमेजेस आ रही हैं कि वहां पर सबसे पहले मेडिकल